All right, what's going on, you guys? It's my first video ever talking about this. Okay, uh, the reason why I wanted to make this video is a lot of people that I know, that I personally know, wanted me to start doing videos talking about the stock market and day trading and all of that kind of stuff. Everybody, I've been doing it since the end of the summer. Okay, I've been day trading, and this is part of the reason why I don't really do that many boxing videos because I'm busy with that. I have my career going already, and then I do the day trading thing in the other spare time that I have, especially when I'm home throughout the day. I usually spend my days watching the market and doing my trades, and get into all that stuff. I am into the cryptocurrency stuff a little bit. Okay, I really don't trade that. That's like long term for me. In the summer, at the end of the summer, I took a couple thousand and invested into Bitcoin and Quantum and Neo and a few other cryptos, and I kind of just left it. I didn't add on to it. I wish I added into Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin when it was worth about 4 grand. Okay, for one Bitcoin, I invested a little bit into that. I didn't put much into it because I was already getting into the stock market and day trading, and I just didn't trust Bitcoin at that time. Okay, now we've seen it going up to $19,000 in Bitcoin. I have the original amount that I put in invested in back in August, September is still there. So you can only you know what kind of money that I made up. I made a little bit of money from that. And I'm happy with that. Hopefully it continues to go up. But I do not trade cryptocurrency. It's just not as manageable to me as the stock market is. Now, as far as the stock market, I think it's a great time for people in the stock market to, or at least try to invest into the stock market. You have the Robinhood app is strictly mobile. Okay, they're coming out with a website soon, but it's a great way for beginners to start because there are no uh there are not there's no training fees with Robinhood app. Okay, so you can trade, you can buy as many stocks as you want, you can sell as many as you want, and you don't have to pay a fee for every time you do it. So for a beginner, it's a great way of learning. They don't offer as many things as other brokers do. I started out with Robinhood app, and once I got the hang of doing the day trading and um, I created another portfolio with Fidelity. Okay, and now I check the scanners. I'm a little bit more advanced now, so I do my trading through Fidelity most of the time now. But um, I plan on making videos on the trading as soon as I get. I want a little bit more experience. Maybe a few months from now, I may start doing videos of actual trading because I'm really into it. I do it Monday through Fridays. I don't just day trade. I swing trades. I have a couple of stocks that I invest in. More longer term and stuff like that. So, but I've been doing it for about 5 months now, and I enjoy it, and hopefully, I wish, hopefully, if I make enough money off of it, I would like to make a living off of it because I actually really enjoy it, and it's something that you know a lot of us are afraid of doing. I know me growing up, I was always told to stay away from the stock market. Since I told my friends and family that I'm doing, like all my friends and family know that I do it now, and they were pretty much told the same thing that I was told younger growing up, to stay away from the stock market. It's a scam and stuff like that. And I wish that I was taught, and I was raised into investing at a young age as a teenager, because I would be rich today already. I'm making a good living. I'm making a solid, very, very good living. But I want to be a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I would like to be. I want a Lamborghini. That's me. I don't have a Lamborghini. I drive a nice car. I have a Mercedes. I've always had decent cars and stuff, and I'm living pretty well. But I don't want to work anymore. I really don't. So I'm trying to push to get to that point to where I don't have to work anymore. I'm not at that point, but the day trading stuff is doing well. I've learned a lot from doing it. I've learned the hard way. I've lost a lot of money and I've made a lot of money. So eventually I would like to put it out there so I can get more people into it. It's just that it's sad because I feel like, I have this conversation with people all the time and I say, why it's like America's secret in my opinion, investing. Uh, a lot of people are not taught to invest growing up. And unfortunately, throughout your, going through junior high school, college, education systems here don't really teach you about finance like they should. And I understand why they don't do it because they don't want everyone to be rich. This is like the secret that they keep from people. And it's sad because as hard as the stock market could be, as difficult as it could be, uh, I don't think it's difficult to a point where people should completely stay away from it. You know, I think it's I think the hardest part about the stock market is I'm thinking of the word discipline. Okay, being able to pull out of stocks that are dropping and just taking a loss, taking a quick loss. I've been a victim of that, I still do it sometimes, and plenty of guys that are pros still do it as well. But I, at some point, would love to teach, at least my subscribers, how to get into it, even without me being an expert. There's no way in a few months I'm going to be an expert at it, but I would like more people to get into it because, especially, you know, here in America, a lot of us African Americans are completely taught to stay away from it. A lot of us don't know anything about investing. A lot of our parents, most of our parents, don't teach us about investing, and it's fortunate. It's very unfortunate. I have two good parents. Both my mom and my dad, good parents, but they never taught me how to really invest my money. And it's not because they didn't want me to learn. It's just that they don't really know how to themselves. Okay, and I think a lot of black folks really, really need to get into it because a lot of us have no idea how to invest ever. None of us ever invest. Whenever we make money, we usually spending on materialistic things. We want to get fly. We want to have cars. We want to go to the strip club, pop bottles. We want to live that kind of lifestyle. And you get a couple thousand, a few thousand. You don't know what a good $5,000 into a good stock can make you. It can make you. It could $5,000 can easily turn into $50,000 if you're smart with it. And I think with some education and dedication, you really really can get. It's time consuming. It's not easy, but if you really invest in the time here on YouTube, I started out. I didn't have a teacher. Okay, I just was reading books. I was listening to YouTube channels. And then there are plenty of YouTubers. There's plenty of guys that have their sessions and their teaching sessions and stuff. I got into some of those, and I'm still learning as this point going, but I'm making a living off of it at the same time right now because I want to work for myself, and I would like to pass that information on. I've been trying to pass it on to relatives and friends, but unfortunately, a lot of them want me to do it for them. They don't want to learn. They want me to just do it for them. They want to give me some money. And I'm like, listen, I'm not a broker. Okay. If you lose money here, I don't want you blaming me and getting mad at me. You know, I want you to be able to make your own trades and stuff. Um, and you know, like I said, hopefully at one point, at some point, I actually was going to do this a couple months ago because I was really active with my Robinhood account, my Robinhood portfolio, and from there I can actually record my trades through my phone and just upload them on YouTube. Okay, at some point when I get to a point where I feel comfortable enough to not just teach my relatives and friends, but publicly teach here on YouTube. If I ever get to that point, I will do it, you know, and I feel like I could do it now, but I don't want to give all false information, you know. I don't think I'm ready to really just teach everybody publicly and have them watch, you know. Plus, you know, if I put that information out there, you know, you'll see how much money, you know, all of that stuff. I'm not really ready to do that now, but I would like to do it because I think it's, you know, for me, you know, I don't want to just make money and not pass it on. You know, I'm not like one of those type of people. I want to make money and I want to teach other people to do it too. I don't want to just keep it for myself and not let anybody know what I'm doing. You know, I would like to teach others how to do it too. I think it's just a good thing to do. You know, I think it's the right thing to do, and I have the platform to do it. I know this is a boxing channel, but I would love to get to a point where I can teach others how to do it. A lot of people, and to teach it in a way where you can understand it. You know, because I know when I was trying to learn myself, I didn't really understand when I was hearing it from certain people. You know what I'm saying? It's just people teach it like a professor, a college professor, and I don't want to learn that way. I want to be able to explain it to me in English. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, I would like to teach, but please get into it. Please look into it. Um, and at least at bare minimum, at least start out with a Robinhood account because, like I said, there's no trading fees there. Okay, it's a little limited compared to, you know, TD Ameritrade and all of these other brokers that's out there. But at least with that, you can do it from your phone. I know a lot of us spend hours a day on our phones looking on social media, looking at Instagram, looking at Facebook, you know, or Twitter or whatever it is you have, okay? Texting all day. Yet you can be spending the time learning and getting into the stock market. Um, it's very difficult, but it's not nearly as difficult as I thought it would be when I started, okay? But I would definitely I would definitely recommend just starting to get into it. As far as cryptocurrency and stuff, just get into that too, okay? I mean, Bitcoin is $19,000 right now for one coin. But you don't have to pay for one Bitcoin. You can pay for a percentage of Bitcoin. You might look at it now, oh, I wish I would have got it when it was worth $1,000. Well, you know what? It's worth 19,000 now. What if it's worth 100,000 by 6 months from now? You never know. That's 5 times the money you put in. Whatever you decide, if you put 5 grand in now, where it's worth like nearly 20 grand, and it's end up being worth 100 grand another 6 months to a year from now, that's 5 times your money right there. um it'll be you'll have 25,000 coming out of that 5,000 you put in. All right, so the money that I put into Bitcoin, I'm leaving it there, not touching it. And then the other cryptos that I put in, I'm leaving in there. I might add a little bit here and there, but I'm more into the stock market. So I do the long term crypto thing. But as far as the stock market, I'm on there daily watching the market. Even if I don't do any trades, I still watch the market just to watch what's going on. Put a few stocks into my watch list and go on to it for the next day or whatever. But most of the time, 5 days a week I'm doing it. Even when I'm at work sometime, I try to get a little time to make some trades on there or whatever. But this video was just about just telling people to, like, look, get into it. If you want to make a living, you do have some money stashed away and you don't want to just keep saving. If you want to get to it, the information is out there. You could buy books. You can look on YouTube. If you're a YouTuber, most of you guys are. If you're watching my videos, look at the videos. There's people out there that are giving great tutorials out there. Okay. Shout out to Warrior Trading. He's one of the guys I started watching. I started watching a few other channels out there. I started learning through experience, which is kind of risky, but I've done some pretty, I'm not gonna. I don't want to throw any numbers out there, but there has been weeks where I made a lot of money, like a lot, man, a lot. And there's been some weeks where I lost a shitload of money too. All right, but get into it. The time is now, and look, hopefully down the line I'll start be able to make some videos and try to, get more people into it. All right, I'm out. Peace.